is going to be a practice that is meant for enhancing our intuition, our leadership skills, our motivation, and just when we feel the call to rise up and lift ourselves up in growth, in evolving with the times, and moving through any feelings of being stuck or in a rut. And a lot of times we really have all that we need. It's already here within us. We just have to tap into our own power and harness it into something great. So we're going to do a practice that embodies that intention. And we're going to come into just a few poses where we hold the pose for a little bit longer time than we usually do. And what that process does, when it's called static asana, when we hold an asana for a little bit of time, is that it allows us to explore the layers of the mind. And so usually when we hold a pose past the 3 to 5 breath threshold that we usually practice, things will start to come up. Some thoughts, limiting beliefs, fears, emotions. And one of the ways that we can use this practice is to just greet those emotions, greet those fears with steadiness, with ease, with calm, and not being pulled into the rabbit hole of the fear or the judgment that we have previously been involved in. And use this time to, almost like you're seeing eye to eye with some of those fears, beliefs, heavy thoughts, heavy emotions, and just by seeing it clearly and through a lens of calm and compassion, we can kind of realize that a lot of the things that we're carrying and that we're worrying about aren't even real. So let's focus on what we do have control of and what is real and right now, which is our body, our breath, and what we give our energy and attention to. So that is the intention of this practice today. So a little bit of standing work today. I do have a couple of blocks around, which I think may be helpful as we move through this practice. And then we'll come down to the ground, we'll relax, we'll have a few gentle stretches, and a closing breathwork practice. So I'm excited. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. So let's begin at the top of the mat. We begin from mountain pose. So building it up, building it from the ground. Open up your feet, open out your toes. Feeling your toes, your heels, standing up into your legs. Making sure that you're not locking the knees, but your legs do feel activated, energized. Bringing your awareness into the pelvis, we're going to draw the tailbone down and scoop in those low abdominal muscles. Lifting up into your heart, rolling your shoulders back and down, long arms by your side. And finally, feeling the back of the skull rising up to the sky. Now gaze forward at a point. Become aware of your breath as you hold your gaze gently at this one point. And this is called drishti. It is a wonderful way to bring all of our thoughts and focus to one point. You might even notice that this relaxes the muscles and the nerves behind your eyes, as you are not wasting energy by letting your eyes dart around the room. Hold at this one point. More breaths, holding your drishti, holding your attention here. As we begin from chair pose, if you have any low back issues, you can keep some space between your feet and your legs, or bring your big toes to touch. And as you start to bend your knees, your thighs will roll together, creating one strong leg. Sit down into your hips, sweep your arms up by your ears. Pausing here, relax your shoulders. Plugging in the triceps to your upper arm bones and sink a little deeper into your hips. Make sure that you are not leaning forward on the toes, that you're able to lift and stretch your toes. Squeezing the legs, sitting down low. And are you still holding your drishti at that same point? Good, let's take another inhale. As you exhale, straighten your legs and fold all the way down over the legs, relaxing your head to your toes. With your hands on your shins or fingers in line with your toes, lift halfway up, lengthening the spine. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, fold over the legs. Step back with your left toes. Come into a lunge. Take an inhale. As you exhale, plant your hands on the ground and step your right foot to downward facing dog. Feeling not only your toes, but now your fingers unravel on the ground and you spread all 10 fingertips. Let's take an inhale and shift forward into a plank, staying lifted in the hips and shoulders. And as you exhale, lower your knees and slowly release to your belly with control, keeping the elbows close to your ribs. Plant the tops of the feet down. Inhale and lift your chest. Cobra pose, shoulder blades down the back, elbows in, and exhale, release slowly. Shift to your hands and knees in downward facing dog. From here, step forward with your right foot. Your left foot spins to the ground at 45 degrees. Lunging into your right knee, go ahead and lift all the way up into the arms for warrior one. Making sure that your hips and shoulders square forward. Good, now breathe into this. Back leg is anchored like a tent stake into the earth. Lunge into that front thigh. And again, set your gaze at that same point. Hold your gaze here, suspending all other thoughts. You may notice your breath in and out of the nose. Relax your jaw. And if anything comes up that feels like an urge to release the pose, just soften into that. You're strong, you're powerful. Stay with it. And then on your next exhale, let's release both hands to the ground. Bring your right foot back to your downward facing dog, lifting up and back into your hips. Again, let's shift forward into a plank. Taking an inhale, keep your legs active, the crown of the head forward, and exhale, chaturanga to the belly. And you're welcome to drop the knees down and modify. You're still building a lot of strength in the upper body. Inhale, lift and open up the chest, cobra pose. Exhale, releasing down. Shifting back, downward facing dog. And now step forward with your left foot. Right heel to the ground, making your way to warrior one on the left side. Remember that we want to find those two qualities of steadiness and ease. Again, hold your drishti at the same point. Notice the minute your eyes start to wander around the room, your attention is diverted. And part of using your yoga practice for leadership is to knowing when the actions, the behaviors, and the thoughts that we're having are distractions. Move through those distractions, keeping your eyes forward. And our secondary focus is on our breath. Stay with it. Hold your attention here in this pose, your drishti, and your ujjayi breath. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the ground, and we step back again to downward facing dog. Shifting into your plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down to your belly with control. Releasing the shoulders down as you lift your heart. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Shifting back to downward facing dog. From here, step forward with your left foot. Come up to your fingertips in a lunge. Inhale. And exhale, the right foot steps forward, folding over both legs. Lift halfway up, lengthening your spine. Inhale. And exhale to fold. Now bring your big toes to touch. A little space between the heels. We're going to sit down to the hips and sweep the arms up, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, stand up tall. And notice your gaze is still at that point. Are you starting to notice that when you direct your gaze at one point, that we're filtering out some of the other distractions? Realizing what is most important right now. As we come back to chair pose, we'll bring in our Kapalabhati breath, breath of fire. So turn your palms forward, leave your thumbs extended with your other fingers curled into the knuckle pads. Relax your shoulders, sink into your hips, squeezing the legs together into one strong leg. We're going to breathe in and out of the nose, and on the exhale, pump of the belly in. Inhale. Breathe out. Breathing in, stand up, release your hands. And exhale, lower your arms back to mountain pose. Keeping your drishti. Relaxing into your ujjayi breath. And just notice the presence of energy in the solar plexus. Next inhale, let's reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding out over the legs, drawing in the navel, releasing the brain all the way down. Just let it go, shaking out all that overactivity, overthinking. Lift halfway up and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale, nice deep fold, pulling in the belly. Let's step back down with the left foot. Spin the left heel to the ground, and our left arm will windmill us up and open into Warrior Two. Hold it. Gaze down your right arm, looking over the right middle finger towards your drishti. Relax your shoulders, using your legs for equal stability and sweetness. Breathe. Relax your face. Relax and soften into that feeling of challenge as we hold the pose. You are strong. You are powerful. You can do this. More breaths. Just breathe. Soften your eyes. And let's straighten the right leg. Take a big inhale. Reach the right arm up to the sky, stretching out of the right waist. And as you exhale, extend out and over the right leg, bringing your hand to your block or your shin so that we can stack the arms and turn, rotating the spine up to the left. And if it's okay for your neck, to turn and look up towards your left thumb. Breathe. Can you create a little bit of space in the underside of the ribs, the right side of the ribs? Maybe moving that bottom shoulder forward and your hip back. And let's circle that top arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and roll your hands back to the ground. We're going to bend into the right knee so that we're in a lunge. Plant your hands, step to downward facing dog. So this time, shift into your plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower to the belly with control. And part of this practice is knowing when to modify. Maybe just when to back off just a little bit. And now take your arms behind you, interlace your hands. We're going to squeeze the legs together and lift into locust pose. Keeping the neck long, shoulders down. Knowing also when to deepen, lean into it. Having that clear-headed so that you know when is the right time to add more or lessen, whether it's in a pose or maybe it's just in your day energy. One more breath in, and now breathe out and release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. We're going to gently shift through child's pose with tucked toes, and then to downward facing dog. Step forward with your left foot. Lift your chest, inhale, and exhale. Step the right foot forward, folding over both legs. We're going to bend the knees and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, lower your arms to your side. Go back to mountain pose. Back to that neutral position where we breathe, relax our eyes, and prepare for the next sequence. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, folding out over the legs. All the way in. Again, just like shake your brain out, let it all go. Lift halfway and lengthen. Inhale. Bring your shoulders down. And exhale. Nice deep fold. Feel your navel pulling in. Now take a giant step back with your right foot. We're going to spin the right heel to the ground. This time the right arm is going to lift us up and open into warrior two so that we're gazing down the length of the left arm and the left middle finger. Now just pull your shoulder blades in and down. Again, use your legs for that equal feeling of stability. Holding here, static asana. And you may even reflect on, what am I learning from this? What is this trying to teach me, this pose? Maybe it's agitation or the fidgetiness. What are those little nuances trying to teach me, trying to show me? Staying here just a little bit longer, and if you feel yourself start to get fatigued or tired or shaky, just soften into those feelings. Those are normal human feelings. Just relax. Good, let's straighten the left leg. Big inhale, stretch up into the left arm, out of the waist. And as you exhale, we're going to lengthen out over the left leg. Keep your left leg straight. We rest our hand lightly on the left leg or use your block, and then open up your arms, stacking the shoulders. If it's okay for your neck to turn your gaze up to your right thumb. Open up your toes, feeling your feet. The bottom side of the ribs, the left side. Now, see if you can find some space there. Maybe bring your shoulder forward just slightly and your hip back slightly. And let's reach that right arm overhead. Big inhale. And exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the ground. Bend into the left knee. Roll to your right toes, plant your hands, and step back to downward facing dog. Shifting into your plank. Take an inhale, but I want you to pause here. Just pause and plank. Feel your legs, your belly, your shoulders, the crown of your head. Even look down at the ground that you're pushing away and lift up to the back of your heart. Feel your just power and strength. On your next exhale, nice and slow, let's lower to the belly. This time, you can come back to locust pose just like we did before, or you can bend your knees, reach back and grab onto your ankles. A little flexion in the ankles. And then we're going to press the feet up to the sky, lift your thighs off of the ground. This will lift and open up your chest into bow pose. Keeping your neck long. Breathe into this. Good. Nice and slow. Let's release to child's pose with tucked toes. Sinking back onto the heels. Return to downward facing dog. So you'll see that our practice today is not very, it doesn't have a bunch of fancy advanced asana, but the challenge here comes from slowing it down and going through each pose, kind of marinating in each pose to see what wisdom is waiting there for us. Let's step the right foot forward. Take an inhale in your lunge. And exhale, step the left foot forward and fold over both legs. Let's inhale and rise all the way up. Keeping the feet grounded as we lift. Exhale, release the arms to your side. Bring your drishti back to the same point. Adjusting with your breath. And in these little pauses, try to just really be here with just your body, your breath, and your attention at one point, which is your drishti. Everything else can wait. From here, let's shift our weight over to the right foot. Go ahead and bend your left knee and just hold the knee, lifting the knee up, standing onto your right leg. Just establish that balance, stacking the bones in the right leg. And then go ahead and bring your left foot down. Let's switch sides. So now we bring our right knee up, and again, just pulling the right knee up as we find balance in the left leg. And can you still hold your gaze at the same point? Okay. So now bring your right foot to the ground. This time, bring the weight to your right foot, bend into your right knee. We're going to take the left thigh up and over the right thigh, squeezing the thighs together. Your left toes can be on the ground or off, squeezing legs. We're going to make sure to bend into the knees. And let's bring our arms like goalposts. So we're moving into eagle pose, Garudasana. So the right arm is going to come underneath the left, wrapping up the wrists. Lift your elbows. Press your hands away from your face. Shoulders down, and then sink down into your hips without leaning forward. Just breathe. This pose is called Garudasana. And Garuda means to destroy or to eliminate. When we come into this pose, all we can think about is just staying upright. So let this pose melt away any fears, any limiting beliefs, any overthinking about unnecessary things. Just let it destroy and break down those barriers, those obstacles. One more breath. And then start to bring your elbows down to your knees, rounding over the navel. From here, unwind your left leg, unwind your arms to airplane arms and fly. Warrior 3, lifting your chest, lifting your legs. Think locust pose on the ground. And just see down beneath you this vast world of your creation, of your intelligence, of your effort, of all that you have done. And feel yourself flying proudly. From here, drop your hands to the ground with control over your left foot. And we'll fold over both legs. Yes. Bend your knees, inhale, rise up all the way to the top of the mountain, high in the sky. And then slowly lower your arms and come back down to earth. Your gaze at one point, adjusting into your breath, and just feeling the presence of life all within your vessel. Let's bring the weight into the left foot. Start to bend your left knee as you cross your right thigh up and over, squeezing the thighs together. Your right toes can be on or off the ground. Bring your arms like goalposts. This time the left arm comes under the right. Wrapping up the wrists. Lift your elbows, press your hands forward, drop your shoulders down, and then sink into your hips. Breathe. Garudasana on this side. Just relax into it, anything that comes up. The power of Garuda. Destroy, eliminate. This pose is very cleansing, very purifying, but also activating of your power. Stay with it. Good. As you exhale, round over the navel, bringing your elbows to your knees. Unwind your legs, unwind your arms, and fly. Warrior 3 with airplane arms, but lift your chest. Lift up, lifting your right leg. Your gaze is down, just breathe. Again, feeling proud of your effort, that it has paid off. Even though there were challenges and stumbling blocks along the way, but you stuck with it. You stuck with your goals. You were kind and compassionate to yourself and others. It feels so damn good. Let's release the hands. Release the foot. Fold over the legs. Bend your knees and rise up. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms. Come back to this rich, beautiful present moment in this mountain pose. This will be the last time we're here today, so just really let it soak into your deepest cellular level. All of the changes, growth, transformation that you are seeking is also seeking. As you exhale, go ahead and fold over both legs, all the way down. We're going to lower to our hands and knees, and just sink into child's pose. Touching the big toes, relaxing the forehead down, relaxing your shoulders. And maybe even bringing your hands together in prayer and pulling your thumbs back behind your head, so that we're in a praying child's pose. And right now, I want you to give gratitude to all of the amazing blessings in our lives. All the roads that have led us to this moment have been just perfect timing. And even though we may have not seen it in that way at the time, we understand now that we needed to be there so that we can be here. And we will not let any decisions or behaviors from our past define us anymore. And in fact, the energy that is being generated in this present moment is how we will have a positive impact on our future. And so it is. Release your hands. Let's flip over to the back. And just come onto your back. Let's just really start to relax a little bit. Just take a moment, come into a neutral position. And let's bring the knees into the chest. And gently rock side to side. Holding those poses can be very challenging. It can be challenging in more of a mental and emotional way than physical. But we need that kind of challenge. And we need to go through those types of challenges so that we can learn how we react, how we respond. By gaining that insight, we can just move forward clearly, confidently. As you come back up, let's reach our feet up to the sky, supporting your legs with your hands. Let's move the ankles. Our ankles gave us so much support and stability today. Thank you, ankles. Just rolling in circles, going both directions. And then release. Go ahead and shift your hips to the right. Extend your left leg long. And we're going to take the right knee across the body for a twist. Go ahead and open out your right arm and relax into your right shoulder blade. Please keep your head in neutral. And just tune into the flow of your breath in and out of your nose. You may even start to close your eyes every now and then. Just notice that even though at the beginning of our eyes focusing at one point, it may have felt like it was work for the eyes, but after a little bit of time, our eyes start to feel interestingly soothed. And it might feel so nice to close the eyes. Let's release the twist. And just slowly make your way through center, through neutral. And go ahead and shift your hips over to the left and extend the right leg. And the left knee will cross over to the left. And again, just relax your left arm and shoulder. Go ahead and close down your eyes. Just bringing your attention inward again. Feeling your body in this twist. Slowly release back to center neutral. Pause. And your butterfly, the knee is open. And let's bring the right hand to your belly and the left hand over your heart. Feeling your body is breathing beneath your hands. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. As your hands fall away from your body, you can use your hands on the thighs to bring your knees back to center. And let's stretch out the legs and arms with the palms facing up. And just let your toes and your fingers open up, feeling the space between your fingers and your toes. Just as we take a little bit of time here in Shavasana, just feel your body relax with each breath out. As if with each breath out, we are releasing just another layer of tension and another layer. And bringing that same relaxing quality to the in-breath. So that you feel your body relaxing more and more. Not just the exhale, but also on your inhale. Bringing relaxation into the space between your inhale and exhale. So that your breath becomes this smooth, continuous loop of relaxation. Feel your body start to make some gentle movements as you are ready to come back and return. But we want to bring this sense of relaxation, just the wisdom of recharging our bodies and minds with us. Making your way into a comfortable seat. Bringing that relaxation, feeling of being recharged with you. A lot of times as we think about setting time aside for our goals and our projects and things that we really want to give attention to, we almost feel as if we take a small slice of the day for our yoga and meditation practice that we could be wasting time. But in reality, what's happening is that we are buying ourselves some time by just bringing everything back into alignment. Body, breath, the mental, emotional landscape, everything comes back into alignment. And when we return back to our day, we come back more clear-headed, more productive, less emotional, and just feeling more steady and at ease. Let's close with 3 rounds of Nadi Shodhana. We're going to touch between the brows with our peace fingers of the right hand. And we'll use the thumb and the ring finger like a valve to open and close the right and left nostrils. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left. Closing the left. Breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close. Breathe out of the left. Breathe in the left. Close both. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in the right. Close. Breathe out of the left. Breathe in the left. Close. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in the right. Close. Breathe out of the left. Release your hand. Breathe in both nostrils evenly and deeply. As we bring our hands together, Anjali Mudra, which is our hands together in front of the heart, this is a gesture of composure. Namaste.